another reaction video. This one is ironically about LankyBox and thumbnail stealing. So it's Dennis. I'm reacting to Dennis, and Dennis is reacting to Creekcraft. And Creekcraft is checking out a bunch of LankyBox stealing thumbnails. I've already made a video on hating LankyBox. I tried to get to the whole LankyBox stealing thumbnail stuff, but I couldn't really find much. And I know what you guys are about to say, at least some of you. But this thumbnail for the video is stolen because it does have the thumbnail for this video, but do you guys not see the big white letters that says reaction right over it? Which I'm trying to make it clear that was not my thumbnail. And this is, well, the thumbnail for this video I'm about to watch. And this little creek popping out in the corner is being all happy. Ha! And so we're going to have a triple YouTuber extravaganza. This is going to be interesting. Let's go!
Our wonderful boy Creekcraft has made a video
wonderful boy Creek.
Stealing thumbnails? What? Really? LankyBox?
Yeah.
Anyways,
yeah, that's Gaming with Kev's thing.
So
does anyone even remember Gaming with Kev?
Exposed for stealing some of my thumbnails. And well, that person is LankyBox.
One of the most popular channels on Roblox with over
1
million
no.
subscribers.
And Creekcraft is reacting to this dude. So it's a quadruple YouTuber extravaganza? What? What is this? This is like Reactionception. The Matrix has us. Okay, let's continue.
I didn't know they had 20 million. That's crazy.
Needs to be stopped. For the last 4 years, LankyBox has been directly stealing hundreds
you're
of
just having
thumbnails
shameless
from
rips of
YouTubers in the Roblox
thumbnails
community with zero remorse whatsoever.
So I kind of want to preface this.
I don't know who that guy is, but
this
hey.
isn't meant to be like news of like, hey, LankyBox steals thumbnails. We've known this for many years now. We've known that thumbnail theft is rampant on YouTube, and unfortunately, at the end of the day, there really isn't much you can do about it. However, like Creek said,
like my team and I, we work tirelessly to make our thumbnails, like spending hours on the thumbnails. My team and I, well. And of course, I do look at every thumbnail that's made so I don't go down a LankyBox thing. And if I have copied any thumbnails, then I am incredibly sorry, but I'm not aware if I have. Well, let's continue.
He has a little bit of insight to give on sort of how YouTubers work and why this thumbnail theft occurs so often. But I have some things to add.
That facial hair.
Stealing from Flamingo, Dennis, Sketch,
Pretty
Creekcraft,
nice.
and even Gaming with Kev. These guys upload several times a day and are pumping out content.
They upload like 5, 6, 7 videos a day. Like, well, I know how they do it. I'm going to tell you how they do it, but let's keep watching.
So quickly that they literally threw.
I think that's kind of ironic since at like the very start of my channel, I did the exact same thing. I upload like 5 videos a day. That's kind of ironic.
Throughout any form of respect for other creators' artwork. And they have been caught ripping entire thumbnails on multiple occasions. And what's worse, sometimes Lanky...
Again, Dennis there. That is absolutely shameless.
The examples
like, those are practically the same.
This one's not even bad. There's sometimes thumbnail ideas that are so classic and obvious. Like this, I would honestly argue, what else would the thumbnail be? The one shot you have of man from the window is this guy's face, and any like horror game thumbnail, you're gonna put yourself being scared and then the subject, which is like the monster. So like, honestly, there's a good chance they didn't even copy this from me. I'm curious. I'm gonna look up man from the window. Okay, so there's mine. Okay, like look, here's this one. Like, would you say this was a copy? Wait, this one looks more similar to LankyBox's. Wait, what? Wait, when was this posted? Okay, June 10th, 2022.
And also talking about LankyBox. So this is like a whole massive YouTube extravaganza.
Sorry,
every YouTuber unite. A bunch of Roblox YouTubers unite.
Here, look. How about this? We got This is what I mean by thumbnail theft is rampant. Me just trying to find
Kalis stole from FGTV? What?
You can immediately see Kalis just took this thumbnail. It's the exact same. You can see like it's got the hand on the bar there. It's the same setup. It's just like, you know, it's slightly adjusted, but it's like this isn't a common shot from Man from the Window. It's clearly taken from here. Oh man.
Is there a little Yoshi down in the corner there?
Kev, this is his Man from the
Or is that the wrong corner?
Thumbnail. And it's obvious, it's just his face and then the subject. This one's a lot more subtle, but you can even see that Kalis took like the window frame, because like this is weird lighting. It has the blue on the outside on a green window frame, and if you look very closely, you can see the same details on each frame. So it's like thumbnails are constantly being downloaded and then like adjusted slightly so it's different enough, but even still, this is still like a copy of FGTV's. Anyways, let's move on.
Sometimes LankyBox will get more views than the original poster did, making people think that the original was stolen from LankyBox's.
That's absolutely crazy. Well, that's probably gonna happen to me in the future. Like when I become a big YouTuber one day, people are probably going to be stealing thumbnails from me, and they'll be accusing me of stealing thumbnails.
That's happened a few times in the main video.
Let me show you some examples. Here's an example of a sketch thumbnail that they stole. This one was 1 year ago, and this one was 12.
That's shameless. They kept the bar on his eyes. Like, that looks in the hair, that looks exactly like sketch. Are you kidding me?
12 days ago. It's clearly a carbon copy.
Okay, so Creek talks about this in his video. I'll just quickly go over it. You can see the artist probably doesn't play Roblox, thought that Sketch was a character in the game, and that's why they left the black bar in. And I think that's sort of Creek's main point in this video. Let's quickly just get to that.
On his eyes are even still there.
Yeah.
And here's one they stole from Dennis. They're literally almost the exact same. And
They
here's one
are.
they stole from Gaming with Kev. The walls are literally the same color.
To be fair, involving the walls being the same color, that's the color that the wall is when it's angry at you in the game, so you can't really get mad on the wall color because that's just the color of the wall in game. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about the insanely popular Roblox game Get Crushed by a Speeding Wall. Well, at least I think that's what the game's called. I haven't played it in a while.
To be honest, I didn't know about this one, that they copied the Nextbots thumbnail.
Dennis didn't even know.
This one is clear, like, there's no confusion. This was like a weird idea.
Yeah.
Of like, oh, what if the Nextbot was eating me? That wasn't like a common thing you saw in Nextbot thumbnails.
They took Super Horror Bros and then just scaled it down a little bit.
Super Horror Bros! I feel bad too.
How on earth is this fair to other?
So we're gonna stop there. Let's talk
again,
about
like
this.
more YouTubers being brought into this. It's like a YouTuber extravaganza, the ultimate reaction video.
Just work on our thumbnails all day. Some of us
I'm reacting to Dennis.
Sketch designers that
Dennis
makes
is reacting to
the
Creek
sketch
Craft,
or
and
the
Creek
thumbnail
Craft's reacting
before the
to
thumbnail
that
designer makes the
guy.
thumbnail. It gets confusing, but that's how it works.
I don't know who that
Why do
is.
YouTubers do this, you
I'm
might
sorry.
be asking.
I
Well,
just
at the end
don't
of the
know.
day, it's simply so that we can make higher quality content and do it
Yeah.
more regularly. Now, the reason why I'm
He
bringing
was
this
saying
up
about,
is
like,
every time something like this
YouTubers
happens,
having
I always
teams,
see people get
which
mad at the
I have a
YouTuber.
team.
And to a degree, of course, it is their responsibility as to what their employees do. But most of the time, the YouTubers don't even know what's going on.
So, I agree with everything Creek is saying here. Everything he's saying is true. YouTubers have a team and they have thumbnail artists.
Yeah.
The YouTubers often aren't the ones actually doing it themselves. Creek is a sweet boy. I very much admire his positive influence.
Yes, I agree with you, Dennis. Creek is the most wholesome, probably even the best person in all of the Roblox community.
Too easy on them. Here's the thing.
Yeah,
it's true.
I agree with Dennis.
LankyBox very well could have dozens of employees, and Creek is almost
If
certainly
there's dozens of
right
employees
that
down, like
LankyBox
stuffed in the
probably,
basement, making
they wake up, they immediately have
like
everything
$2
prepared
an
in front of
hour
them to record that day. They just bang, 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 bang right through it.
Boom,
and then they
low
send it
quality.
off, and their team takes care of it. They don't need to worry about it. They probably barely are looking at their own uploads, thumbnails, and whatever. It's true, but
Yeah, sometimes
that
I
is
don't look at my own
simply
uploads.
Not an
Sometimes.
excuse. It's your channel. It's your responsibility to make sure that you're not completely screwing other people.
I guarantee LankyBox probably doesn't even know about all of this. They've probably seen none of these tweets, none of these videos, nothing. They probably don't even get on Twitter. They probably just record a few videos every day, send it off to their team, and then, I guess, go to the beach.
Well, actually, it's called X now. I'm just gonna call it X for the sake of it, even though it's still Twitter in my heart. And also, this video is created before X existed, so... And I know there's some people that are gonna be like, well, actually, it's called X. Just, no, stop it. Stop it. And we'll also be like, alright, LankyBox, Dennis, and Creecraft, and the other guy.
I don't know what YouTubers do. I just sit here and play video games all day. And so when I see a thumbnail like this, I don't think that LankyBox went to my channel, copy and pasted my thumbnail onto theirs. What probably happened is someone on their team, again, they probably have dozens of employees. I mean, you kind of have to have that many employees just to make as many videos as they do a day. Well, one of those employees probably found my thumbnail somewhere, maybe on Google or something. They thought it'd make for an easy thumbnail. They grabbed it, put it in their thumbnail, bada bing, bada boom. They probably don't even know it's from my video. And so it's always tough to say who to put the blame on here.
I think it's easy who to put the blame on. The YouTuber. Every time. It doesn't matter.
I agree with Dennis.
If you have employees. I need to change the frame. I can't feel like
that is hilarious.
while I'm talking. If you are as massive of a channel as LankyBox, you have now hit like Mr. Beast level channel turned corporate, and everything is just streamlined. That probably means that you're making enough to pay your employees either enough money where they don't do the absolute bare minimum work, or say they are being sufficiently paid, get better employees that aren't lazy enough that they're just gonna plagiarize. And at the end of the day, it is the CEO, the overseer, it is their responsibility to make sure that their workers are doing the right thing. Good thumbnail artists making original work is not easy to come by. It requires an extreme amount.
And I think we also need to bring out the elephant in the room, but I'm going to save that. I'm going to save that for later, because to create dramatic, just so you guys have a reason to keep watching.
Talent, and it's expensive. If you want good thumbnails, it comes at a price. I just want to show some examples here. So my thumbnail artist, Flebsy, they have been making thumbnails for me basically since the start of the Dennis channel.
That's some high quality stuff.
A couple time lapses that they've made of putting thumbnails together.
Well, those thumbnails are good.
See, layer by layer,
really good.
Not anyone can do this. This is someone that I highly value, their work and their talent, and I'm amazed. I think that I compensate them very reasonably. And so for someone to put in this level of passion and care into their art, only for someone to come
the Joker
and completely rip it off, and then often actually get more views than the original work, it sucks. It's terrible. It's an awful feeling.
Sad.
LankyBox is an unfathomably massive and extremely profitable channel. They make an insane amount of money. They have 27 billion views. So to put it very bluntly, I know I'm being kind of aggressive here, and I don't mean to spread negativity or bad vibes out into the world. But hey, you're listening to a guy's opinions on the internet. What do you expect? But they clearly don't care about their image.
So speaking, okay, now it's time to actually get the elephant out of the room. It's truly say it for myself. My team has copied thumbnails in a way. So basically what happens, just picture this. We saw one thumbnail, and that's a nice idea for a thumbnail. We'll take that idea for a thumbnail, but change it so it's a completely different thumbnail. At first, it's just the same thumbnail, but then once we do it, that kind of sounds like what they're doing, but no, when we do it, it suddenly looks completely different, not the same at all. It's just the same slight idea. And I don't mean like, oh, somebody on the ground was like, and for a Rainbow Friends thumbnail, like let's say for an example, they do a thumbnail of them hiding from green. I do a thumbnail of them hiding from yellow, and the background is different, and the roll have shows different. So it's like the same base. It's like the same at a paper level. It's the same concept, but it's a completely different thumbnail. Do you get what I'm saying? I hope you do.
And how they are perceived by their peers. I would like to let you guys in on a perspective that is probably a bit different from Creek's. Because like I mentioned earlier, Creek, our sweet boy. In all seriousness, I do think he is a very genuinely nothing but positive impact on YouTube and the Roblox community.
I agree with everything Dennis is saying here.
My channel and my channel's history. Some of you who have been watching for a very, very long time or have maybe heard from other sources in the past at some point, I myself am guilty of copying other people's thumbnails. Now, I will say at no point did I ever directly download and reuse someone's thumbnail, but there was a point when I was first starting, when I wasn't a name yet, I wasn't getting any views, and I was young, naive. It was just a complete lack of care or understanding of consequences. I definitely wasn't as rampant with it as a lot of these channels are, but there were
it's like that is what those lamps on the freezer. Okay, well, I gotta change something.
Where
okay, that's better. And also I gotta mention the Yoshi in the bottom right hand corner. You're there. The Yoshi's there. Where was I again? Oh yeah. So back to what I was saying. What was I gonna say? Dang, I forgot what I was gonna say. I know this seems really unprofessional and stuff, but I forgot what I was gonna say.
I copied some very popular videos on YouTube.
Alright. So what's going on with Dennis here is Dennis, he's done it in the past. So even our favorite Roblox YouTubers or just YouTubers in general have probably copied thumbnails in the past. So they probably know how it feels, but then they have their thumbnails copied from, and it just feels awful. And, there's probably some big YouTuber out there that have seen my really small channel, and they've seen my thumbnails, and they might have copied them. Hey, who knows? Well, let's continue.
I'm sure a lot of people are aware that at one point I copied some of Flamingo's thumbnails when he was still out.
Flamingo brought up here.
It didn't take very long for this thing to sort of loom over me, and this dark cloud of shame. I gradually over time started to understand there is this thing called dignity, and it's very, very important to have.
And dignity, I'd say, for their thumbnails, LankyBox does not have. LankyBox is just going oh, hey guys, today we're going to figure out the alphabet lore, super secrets, and hobby playtime. And stay till the end, because we figure out secrets about hobby playtime chapter 3! Make sure to see our super awesome with Grimace Shake inside of there. Woo! That's my impression of LankyBox. I mean, oh yeah, I forgot. Besides with, oh yeah, it's more like this, guys, because they just yell and they shove plushies in. I don't have a plushie with me, and I don't want to drag this video on any further, so let's continue.
Have dignity. The guilt of copying some other people's thumbnails really started getting to me once I started seeing how often Gaming with Kev copied my thumbnails.
Gaming
if you guys
with
aren't
Kev.
aware, hold on, let me find it. Honestly, at this
Gaming with
point, I'm
Kev.
kind of sick of
Gaming
talking
with
about
Kev is-
Gaming with
is
Kev. From
copied a
my
lot of
knowledge,
thumbnails.
I don't think he steals thumbnails anymore. I'm honestly so over it, I don't care anymore, but it is very, very relevant to this video. For those of you who don't know, there was a long time where,
I'm gonna pause here, just so we can look at this. So you have the dentist thumbnails here. His hiding, and Gaming of Kev hiding there. And you can see that thumbnail with the hopping behind the door, and Gaming of Kev doing some, they have like a similar face and stuff. And with this one on the bottom, like, I don't know if that one would really be. Oh yeah, they're about little different things, but like, it's possible that they're copied, like that one. I'd say the jailbreak thumbnail is like most definitely copied as well. But let's just continue on.
Kev was actively stealing my thumbnails. Like you can see, just looking here. Mine on the left, his on the right. All the ones on the right were posted after
Oh, there are
mine.
more
You can
here.
see they're like direct copies. And these are just some examples.
As you can see, you have more thumbnails there. And there's just like, scenes like, slide down and stuff. It's just
But there were literally
absolutely
like hundreds
so
and hundreds
sad.
of examples. One of the biggest ones being his most viewed video at one point. It had 20 million views.
That's a
and it was
direct copy.
This was actually a thumbnail that I made myself, and he literally just reused it. Got 5 times the amount of views. Anyways, my point is,
That is
when this
just
happened to me,
oh
my
ay,
god,
ay.
boy, that sucked. It was a terrible feeling. The second I
I'm
understood
gonna-
that, I felt so much shame. I immediately went and I deleted all my videos that
What has
had
YouTube turned
ever
into at this point?
copied anyone else's thumbnails, because I realized that is not the person that I want to be at all. Like I was saying earlier, if you have a mountain of cash, what more is sprinkling on extra dollars on top of that mountain versus working on your image and how people perceive you? This kind of applies to any massive YouTuber that is still, for whatever reason, feeling the need to, it's just laziness. It's straight up like carelessness, laziness. You don't care about like your perception. This guy's a really good example. Mike Crack, 35 million subscribers. He is a prolific thumbnail theft. I have a couple examples here. This is my thumbnail, his thumbnail,
again,
my
like
thumbnail,
an
his
exact copy.
thumbnail.
Ooh, maybe I should play that game on the channel. Thank you, Dennis, for giving me idea for game ideas and not thumbnail ideas.
Same with this one here. My thumbnail, his thumbnail. He just flipped it around, changed
Yeah.
the background. My thumbnail, his thumbnail, my thumbnail, his thumbnail. These aren't the best examples, but there are a lot more, and he's been known to steal from
This is kinda
many YouTubers,
sad.
not just myself. So here's the thing. Thumbnail theft is rampant and inevitable, and there really isn't much you can do about it. Unfortunately,
I agree.
YouTube doesn't really care. You can go plagiarize whoever you want. You're probably not really going to get any consequences whatsoever, which
That's
is why so many people do it.
sad.
People who lack dignity. Sending these people hate, it literally isn't going to do anything, and like it's probably only going to further encourage them to do the wrong thing, because they're seeing that they're getting hate and they're going, oh, well, why should I care about this community? They don't even like me anyways, so I might as well just keep carelessly stealing, because that's exactly it. They just don't care. So, I mean, my point, I suppose, I would say the best
that like
way
Boxy
to
Boo next
discourage
to
this kind of behavior
like behind Dennis's head.
to
Is that like
just
Boxy
not
Boo
even
next
acknowledge
to
them in the community? For example, Roblox and
how did I forget what Dennis's
LankyBox
cat
for
name is?
Video Creator of the Year. Kind of a spit in the face to the community and other creators. Oh, I had this other example, but Roblox removed all their blog. Well, there was an interview with Gaming with Kev that was on the Roblox blog. I guess they removed it. But my point is that when everything was going down with like me and Albert were talking publicly about how Kev was like stealing a whole bunch of our thumbnails,
I think it's also a Mr.
Roblox then featured him on their blog, and so that was just another example of like a clear disconnect and unawareness from the community. And it's like, why are we acknowledging these people when there are so many others that care more, are trying to do things not in a slimy way? I think Creek put it pretty well at the end of his video here.
What's
Whenever
Creek have
something
to
like
say?
this
Because we gotta see
happens,
more
I think
Creek.
the best thing to do is to try to contact the YouTuber themselves. Be like, hey, you kind of yoinked my thumbnail a little bit. Can you fix it? Can you change it? And most of the time they will. I guess it just kind of depends on whether or not the creator actually cares or not.
I actually did that with Kev.
Yeah, so which is basically what he just kind of talked about.
Said, hey, you're stealing my thumbnails. Can you please stop? He said he doesn't need me monitoring his uploads. So clearly doesn't care. LankyBox, guarantee you they don't care. So I guess that's my point.
Has anybody tried to contact LankyBox?
No point going and sending hate to any of these people.
Like, I don't know if anybody has tried to contact LankyBox at all. Because if LankyBox gave a response saying that they don't care, that'd be a whole bad thing. But I don't even know if anyone has attempted to say LankyBox, hey, you've kind of been stealing my thumbnails and other creators' thumbnails for a bit. Do you mind stopping doing that? So yeah, like, has anybody actually tried?
If anything, it'll probably just make them steal even more or whatever. Just continue. But I would say the higher level solution is to just not even acknowledge them. Don't let them have a meaningful part in the community and leave that space open for people who actually do deserve it. So
yes, just
in the
like,
case
like
of like
Creekcraft.
LankyBox or Kev,
Creekcraft
I mean, I don't know, maybe Kev's fine now. I honestly don't.
Gaming of Kev,
it doesn't matter.
I kind of forgot about him.
LankyBox being nominated for Video Creator of the Year, that's, I'll say it again, that's a spit in the face. That is a big...
If you guys don't know what's going on, like, during the 8th annual Bloxy Award, like, there was, like a video, like, I think, like, a music video of the year award, and one of them was a LankyBox, like, I'm gonna get the key, key. Yeah, like, that Piggy song. Well, yeah. So, that's what he was referring to, if you guys didn't understand.
L from Roblox, they need to figure that out. I will say, when I went to RDC this year, they did make a point to have a meeting with creators, and they talked about how Roblox could be better at being more in touch with the community and creators as well. And
I would love that.
I think things will get better.
Being in touch with the community with Roblox.
This is something that they will be attempting to listen to the community more overall. In conclusion, Creek is very nice.
Yes.
I may be not as nice. Is there any excuse for this? Even if it was...
Yeah, Dennis may not be as nice, but Dennis is correct in what he's saying.
Thumbnail artists and not them. Nope, no excuse. It's your responsibility as the YouTuber. You need to be more aware. You're the one bringing in the millions of dollars, so you can maybe put an ounce of effort towards making sure you're not screwing over others, especially because you're such a massive channel that will so easily stomp on those smaller than you. LankyBox gets 20 times the views that I do. Maybe more. Why are they copying my thumbnails?
Sad.
I don't really know how to end this video, so I'm gonna let Creek do it for me.
But I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I try to see the good in everything. Whether you like LankyBox or don't like them, I don't think they're evil people. I just think that sometimes content creators can get a little ahead of themselves, and it's important to be put in our place sometimes. Even people like me. If I ever do something wrong, by all means, tweet about it.
Perhaps I will, Creekcraft.
He could come back tomorrow. Because I'm gonna be honest, sometimes I just want to strangle somebody.
What?
Okay, guys, so
Okay, we're not watching this. Wait, now we're on Creek's channel. Well, that was quite a roller coaster. And as you can see here, I'm gonna hit the like button on Dennis, which I recommend you like and subscribe to Dennis, which is what I'm doing here. And speaking of liking and subscribing, how about you like, subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell, and tell all your friends about this channel. But a serious note here. Watching this video has made me sad on just people stealing other thumbnails, like, and for the intentions of money. It's ridiculous. What I think should happen is more YouTubers should try to care and just... Because even if you have a lot of subscribers, have a lot of fans, But if what you're doing is making people not respect you, not like you, just even downright hate you, what is the point in all of this? One of the reasons, I'd say probably the biggest reasons that people make YouTube videos is to entertain people. So these people just want to make others happy. And with LankyBox, that's how it started out, but they eventually lost themselves and just started creating a bunch of bad quality content, started stealing thumbnails. It just makes me really sad. Goodbye, guys. No exciting, exaggerated, long held bye. Just goodbye, guys. Enjoy my video.